This is the key if you want to get shit done. Hi guys, the year is in full swing and I know we are just hustling towards our goals. I wanted to make a video about how I'm going to achieve all my goals in the next 12 weeks. This concept is based on the book, The 12-Week Year. Today, I'm going to share with you why the 12-week year actually works, walk you through my really easy templates to set your goals and measure your progress, and then I'll wrap up by telling you exactly how my last 12-week year went and what the results were. Okay, why does the 12-week year work? I will save you from reading the details of this book. It is all in the time frame. New Year's resolutions fail 90% of the time because it's way too long of a horizon. Versus the 12-week year, effectively 3 months, is just enough time where you can continue to put in effort and actually see results at the end, but it's not too much time where you forget your vision, give up, and just abandon the process. And I think what's amazing about setting a shorter time frame is that it creates urgency. So there's something called the Parkinson's Law, which is the idea that work fills the time that it's given. And I'm sure you've experienced this at least once. You have a deadline and of course you are just rushing to the end and you get it done. That's kind of the same thing about this concept, where by giving yourself a shorter period of time to achieve your goals, you'll focus on the primary actions that actually matter and will help you achieve the outcome you want. Pair a shorter timeline with a fantastic framework for setting goals and then tracking your actions and measuring success, and you have a surefire way to actually reach your goals. So that is my little elevator pitch as to why the 12-week year works. Let's dive in a little bit deeper and I will show you my exact templates. All right, so I wanted to make this as easy as possible. So I actually threw everything into just a Google sheet. I'm a Notion girly at heart, but I got a little lazy and didn't want to format it. I would say this is a very bare bones but super functional way to actually track your 12 weeks. And so if you like simple, this is the way to go. And I will leave a link in the description down below so you can actually copy it and use this template. Let's dive on in. The first thing that you want to do is set your goals. A good framework to do this is writing them as SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. The goal that I have here is reach 1,000 YouTube subscribers in 12 weeks. I wrote my goal to kind of check off all of those different aspects. Now, the next thing you want to do is make sure you have a vision. Here's why. Let's talk about the emotional cycle of change, okay? When you begin, you're going to be in stage 1, uninformed optimism. And what that means is you are going to only have all of the upside because you're so excited, you're exploring a new space, you're working towards your goals. And then once you start doing the work, you'll go down to stage 2, which is informed pessimism. And then you'll slowly creep down into the valley of despair. This decline is caused by the fact that you are starting to realize that there are a lot of costs to achieving your goals and you haven't yet seen upside. When you hit the valley of despair, that's when most people quit. That's why your vision is so important, because you're not a quitter. Okay, you're not gonna just say, oh, I clock out, right? You are gonna push past the valley of despair, get into informed optimism, and actually reach your goal. So that's why you need to have a vision. The next key thing to have are metrics. And there are 2 types of metrics the book calls out. 1, lead metrics. It's whatever action you take and put in to actually lead you to the result. For example, for this one, it would be like number of times I've posted, quality of videos, time dedicated. And then the second type of metric is the lag metric. What is the result of all of your lead metrics and input metrics? So for this, I have number of subscribers. It's important to identify your metrics because those are the things you will have to evaluate as the time goes on. The next portion you have here is overcoming obstacles. As you start creeping down towards the valley of despair, you will come across these obstacles, and the best way to overcome them is to be prepared beforehand. The 2 questions you'll answer are what actions you'll struggle with and how you'll overcome these struggles. We're gonna jump into the overall plan. This portion is your action plan to actually achieving your goals. As you can see here, I have all the tactics, when they're due, what week they begin and end in, and then whether or not they're completed. So when you think of tactics, these are the key action items that you need to take to actually reach your goal. All of the ones that I have repeating are things that will help me make high quality videos, which I personally think will help me gain more subscribers. Some of them are like keyword research or writing the script and planning the filming. Putting more intentional time to actually create a video that's valuable to people, I think, will have a higher return on subscribers. The next thing that I have in here are one-time things that I need to do. So for example, I still need to create a content calendar for the next 12 weeks, and I want to do that in week 1. And then I also want to create a vision as well as do some competitor research, which I will do in week 2. This is going to be the overall plan that I have for these next 12 weeks. Now we're going to move into weekly scorecards. Scorecards are the most important part of this exercise because they are the things that keep you accountable to actually reaching your goals, because you get to see visually how much effort you are putting towards all of the actions that you need to take. With the weekly scorecards, I have something very simple. I have all of the tactics listed out. Then I have a notes section where I might write in specific days I'm gonna plan to do this. And then there's a complete check mark. And in the total completion percentage section, I actually have a little formula that essentially counts whether or not you've completed them and then divides it by the total number. So this gives you a percent completion score. Now in the book, it says to reach your goal, you need to hit at least an 85% completion rate every single week. This is the thing that I will be reflecting on the most. Did I hit the 85% or not? The most important part of this entire exercise is to be very honest with yourself and take accountability for what you are and what you aren't doing. I have a little section that says what went well, what could I have done better, and we'll do next week. All right. So I'm gonna show you my workout routine template. This is a little bit different than the one for 1,000 YouTube subs because it has a few more habitual items. All of the top sections are the same. It's just that the weekly scorecards are a little different. So if you see here, my tactics are more like habits rather than to-dos. In the weekly scorecard, I have it so that I actually track the habits by day. I can check which days I weightlift versus do my Pilates and active recovery, and then which days I fully complete my 10,000 steps. And so because I'm repeating these habits multiple times throughout the week, my total completion score is actually how many times I've completed all of these things divided by the total number of times I should be completing things. And that will give me my total completion score. So that's just a little tweak in the template. And of course, I'll include a link to this entire document and you can opt for which one works best for you. I like having both because they serve different purposes. Yeah, that is it for the template. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy to answer any of them. Let's move on to my results from my last 12-week year. I did my last 12-week year over a year ago. And the reason I haven't been doing them consistently is because I fully believe that there are supposed to be sprint periods in your life, but I like to also take things more slowly at times. So I used this when I needed to get my blog off the ground and running. As I was kind of going through the motions for other types of content creation, I didn't feel like I needed the structure and rigidness of a 12-week year. I'm saying like this is the key if you want to get shit done. Genuinely. Like this provides such a good structure. Anyway, for context, in the end of 2022, I really wanted to finally start content creation. Content creation has been a dream of mine for so long, so I decided I needed to actually start a blog where I could start learning how to express myself, but stay anonymous. My 12-week year goal was to generate 1,000 views on my blog. 1,000 views from zero. Like I literally needed to set up the website, create all my blog posts, set up all my social media accounts, like all of that. Because I knew this was gonna be a grind and a hustle period, that's why I put together this 12-week year. Let's talk about how I did. Now, if I go into the Google Analytics for the months between December to March, I did not hit 1,000 views on my blog, but I hit almost 800. And for me, that was such a win because I literally built something from scratch. Like I've never been able to stay consistent at building anything to be able to actually see results. So this was just such a win for me, getting my 800, not even 800 views on my blog. And then if you guys know anything about blogging, Pinterest is such a big part of how you market it and how you get views. And during that time, my impressions went up so much. So even though I didn't hit my 1,000 views on my blog for that time period, I still made incredible progress, and I would still consider it a huge success because again, I've never been able to follow through with anything to actually see results. So I fully believe in the 12-week year, and I am incredibly excited to see where the next 12 weeks will take me. So that is all I had for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you're thinking about doing a 12-week year, comment down below. I would love to hear what goals you're trying to reach. We can all support each other. And I can't wait to see what the next 3 months holds in store for you. All right, good luck, go kill it, and I will see you next time.